right, hi everyone. It is 7, so we'll begin. Thank you so much for joining tonight. We are doing a class around the theme of joy. And you don't have to feel joy to participate in this class. In fact, this class is great to do on a night when you don't feel a lot of joy, as we'll be working on some exercises to bring about that emotion. So first, let's just begin standing, feet hips width apart. And if you didn't already have a chance, if you weren't on a minute ago, just a reminder that if you have a chair or can be near a wall, that could come in handy. Or if you have a pillow or a block that you could sit up on, that could be helpful too. So you can take this few seconds here to go grab that if you want, but you also don't really need it, so no worries. All right, so bringing your feet hips width apart, you might pick up your toes, give them a wiggle, and then gently press them back down. Relax your shoulders, relax through your pelvis, just release and soften. Allow the crown of your head to grow tall, maybe bringing some lengthening in your neck. You can close your eyes here. And just take a couple of moments to breathe and allow yourself to arrive in this present moment. And I want to start class tonight with a quote by the Buddha. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that can never leave. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that can never leave. As you stand here, feeling grounding down into the earth, as you relax into this practice, let's set an intention to practice that pure mind tonight so we can experience joy. Pure mind doesn't mean a perfect mind always, but in striving for a pure mind, let's just strive to be present and let go of anything that doesn't serve us tonight. When you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open, bring your hands to heart center. You can take the usual prayer pose here, or you might kind of take your hands and turn them into a little bit of a bud, like a flower that has yet to bloom for the day. Maybe it's gone into its little resting bud for the evening. Imagine yourself as that flower, your legs, the stalks. Imagine gathering energy from the earth. And as the sun rises, you joyfully reach your petals to the sky. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, grow your fingertips towards the sky and open your arms wide for a big circle. Keep going just like that. Bring your hands into a bud, take a deep breath. And exhale, let your petals reach and grow. Strong, but also graceful, moldable. And reach. A little bit different with the exhale on the reach here. And just see how you like it. Almost like an offering. You offer that exhale as you offer your limbs to the sky. One more. Keep your feet just where they are, or maybe a little bit wider for wind waves the willows. Imagine your fingertips are covered in paint. One paint in each of your favorite colors. We're going to draw a little rainbow around us. So left arm reaches up and over, fingers wide. Imagine brushing that paint across the sky to surround yourself in some beautiful colors. And other side. You don't have to go at any particular pace. You don't have to make any particular shape. Just moving so that you can feel a nice stretch in your side body. You might bring a little engagement into your core, squeezing your belly button towards your spine here. That'll keep your back safe and help this pose feel a little bit more empowered, a little bit stronger. Couple more rounds. And come back to center. So here's where you might want to use your chair or the wall. We're going to do a little lunging. You might not need it, but for extra support. So we're going to turn right foot forward, left foot back. Spread the feet as wide as feels good for your lunge today. I'm using the wall here for support. You can use a chair, wall, whatever you got. Bend into your front knee, and you might just stay here, a small lunge to start, or if you've warmed up at all or exercised today, you might be able to wiggle that back foot back further. So from here, we're going to take a little 3-step flow. Inhale through the front leg, or lengthen through the front leg, and bend. Dip the back leg, bending the knee, pressing the hips forward a little bit. And lift. And finally, left arm reaches up and over. And back. And straighten front leg. Feel that strong core, spine long, and bend. Back knee dips, hips press forward, kind of scooping them under, and straighten. Left arm reaches up and over. This can create kind of a strong stretch in the psoas, piriformis area right here. All right, last round. And come back to center. Now we still gotta do the other side. Can you keep it going a little longer? Thanks. Okay, everyone, switch sides. You can get there however you want, either turning around on your mat or switching your legs if that's better for your prop. Okay, wiggle your heel back. The camera angle sometimes makes me look a little bit uneven, but essentially we're going feet hips width apart and nice straight line ahead with the hips. All right, let's go for it. Straighten through the front leg. Long spine, long neck, and bend. Dip the back knee, hips scoop forward. And straighten. Right arm reaches. And back. Straighten the front leg. Feel yourself really reaching to the sky. and bend. Maybe sinking that back heel down a little bit and dip the back knee. And straighten. Sinking down into the hips and right arm reaches. Return. Okay, last round at your own pace. Nice and strong through your core to protect your back here. When you're done, straighten both legs. Just heel toe your feet together and shake it out. All right, that was a little challenge to start class. Great job. Then we're just gonna release a little bit with some side to side swing. Thank you, Matt. All right, so what is more joyful in the yoga world than some cheerful sun salutes? It is finally the sunny time of the year, and I think even though it's the evening time, it's a good time for some sun salutes. So as you're ready, you can come to the front of your mat, feet hips width apart. Take a moment to ground down once again, just allowing your feet to root down into the earth. As you're ready, inhale, reach your fingers to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. We're gonna hold here for a moment, stretching through the back. Bend your knees if you need. And even if you don't need, you might try bending your knees and then straightening a few times. Inhale, lift halfway. And fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot back for warrior one. Back foot is 45 degrees, press into the outside edge. Ground down through your front heel and rise. Reach your hands to the sky, allow your gaze to follow. Circle the arms back and all the way to the floor. Pivot your back heel and step back for plank. Hold for just a breath and lower to your knees and to your belly. When you're ready, inhale for cobra. And lower. Press through all fours, tuck your toes, downward dog. When you're ready, walk or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. And fold. Take your time rolling to stand and arms reach. Hands meet at heart center. Pause for a breath or two. On your inhale, arms sweep to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your left foot back for warrior one. Take your time, coming up. Reaching your hands to the sky and allowing your gaze to follow. Big circle with the arms. Hands touch down, step back for plank. Lower to your mat. Inhale, this time upward facing dog. And this time, child's pose. Any version you'd like. Time coming back up to kneeling. We'll try a little rock star pose here, which was my first profession before a yoga teacher. Not that yoga teacher is really my profession, but you know what I mean. So bring the hands right behind you here. We're going to bring the weight to the left hand. Right arm is going to make a big circle, but we're going to lift the hips. If that's more than you want for right now, you can just reach your hands back and take a little back bend, squeezing the shoulders together. But if you want to go for it, left hand reaches behind you, right arm makes a big circle, lift the hips, and sweep it back. And we'll just go back and forth. So now right hand steps back, and left arm sweeps over, hips rise. Once more, each side. Just have fun with this one. Don't worry how perfect it is. And pause for a moment. Hands on your lap, palms facing up. And just breathe. As you're ready, walk your hands forward, all fours. Tuck your toes and downward dog. Walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Slowly roll to stand. Arms reach overhead. And palms meet at heart center. Breathe here. On your next inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold, clench your hands, step your right foot back all the way for a low lunge. We're just gonna take some circles here. If you prefer, you could just come to a gentle twist, or if you wanna try the circles, arms reach forward and up and back. 3 times. All right, a little surprise here in the middle of this sun salute. We're gonna heel toe the foot over for everyone's favorite, pigeon. come down any amount that feels good. And if the floor is a little far away today, grab a block or a pillow, whatever you have. Matt is so inspired by Pigeon, he just had to stop playing. So in this Pigeon, seeing if you can just let go, release on an even deeper layer. So softening your shoulders, your jaw, your hips, unwinding. And we're doing Pigeon here closer to the start of class because we have another pose we're going to try later called Fire Log, so it'll be helpful to be a little more stretched out. When you're ready, take your time slowly unwinding. Slide your left knee back and lift up for downward dog. You might bend and straighten your legs here a few times. And slowly walk to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And fold. Rise to stand. Arms reach overhead. Palms meet at heart center, and breathe. Coming back to that intention, that focus from the beginning of class, just noticing if your mind has wandered, can you bring it back? Pure mind, focused mind is a joyful mind. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And fold. Plant your hands, step back with your left foot. Drop your knee here. Plant your left hand, and if you'd like, take those same circles with the right arm. Last one. And come back to center. Take your time. Heel toeing your right foot over for Pigeon. Lower down any amount. Just relax here and enjoy. Just noticing here where your mind is, if it's wandered. Is it somewhere helpful, somewhere unhelpful, maybe somewhere neutral? Just observe and see if you can let go of those thoughts for now. When you're ready, take your time unwinding, and we'll just slide the right leg back. Come to a short downward dog, reaching the hips high, high, high. And walk to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Slowly roll to stand. Arms reach. And palms meet at heart center. When you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open and relax your arms. All right, that's it for our sun salutes for now. We are going to try the breath of joy. And you might be wondering why we're doing this in the middle of class instead of the beginning of class, since it's an energizing breath. And the reason is that I forgot to do it at the beginning, even though it was literally the first thing on my list. I forgot to do it. So, good news, we still have half of the class left. So even though I wouldn't recommend doing this breath right before bed, we are going to have plenty of relaxation to come. So this breath of joy can do no harm. It is a joyful breath that brings energy and vitality. If it's new to you, come to feet about hips width or even a little wider. And we're just going to do 3 inhales and 1 exhale. So it'll be arms come forward and up, arms come out into the sides, arms come all the way up, and then on the exhale, forward fold, arms sweep back. So it's inhale, 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 exhale. And we'll go a little faster. Inhale, 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 exhale. Keep going at your own pace. Might actually feel better being a little warmed up. Inhaling through your nose, and the exhale can be either your nose or your mouth. Okay, just a couple more. And let it go. You don't have to close your eyes here since you're all invigorated, but just take a moment to just notice how you feel. Notice if your breath feels more full, if you feel more awake. And you don't have to feel that way. You might feel differently. But if you do feel that way, maybe consider adding this breath into your morning routine or to the middle of your workday if you have a workday that has you seated a lot of the time. What is next? Okay. Oh, okay. We're gonna come all the way down to seated. So I prepared you for that hip stretch we're gonna do, a fire log pose. So you might sit up on a block. I'll move back so you can see my feet better. And you are certainly welcome to do one shin in front of the others, so maybe right shin in front of left. But if you want to try this little bit of a challenge, you can also bring your left shin out in front and then right comes on top. So feet are flexed here. And it might take a little wiggling to get in. You'll notice I've got a little bit of space here between my knee and my foot, and that's very normal. So wherever you are, just settling in, knowing it's okay no matter, even if your space is like this. The only thing we want to try for is long spine, relaxed shoulders, relaxed neck. So if you're finding that this pose is making you kind of go like that, just unwind and take any seated pose. But if you're in it and you're feeling like, yeah, I think I can hold this, then I invite you to just settle in. Invite a release through your hips. You might find that throughout the next minute or two, yep, my knee's already starting to fall closer to my foot. So this pose is called the fire log pose. And I invite you, if it's a joyful thought, to maybe imagine a campfire in front of you. Take a moment to just remember that all around the country are other yogis practicing with you at this time. I'm here in Portland. We have someone practicing in New York and Canada and maybe California and Colorado, I think, too. So maybe just imagine this virtual fire here in the center and all of your virtual friends seated around it. Maybe just take 5 or 10 breaths, just feeling that community around you. Ready, unwind gently. You might feel a little stiffness. Just let your legs come out long, give them a shake. If it feels good, you can take a little forward fold in between. And come back to center. All right, other side, if that worked for you the first time, give the other side a try. If not, just unwind, take maybe one shin in front of the other. So this time we're bringing the right shin to the bottom and left foot on top. So my knee's got a little space here. I'm just gonna release and soften. I flex my feet so that my ankle doesn't get that little bit of pressure. And sometimes if you feel awkward in the pose, it can help to just kind of straighten out and start again. Not always, but you could try. Once again, coming back to that imaginary fire. Just the right size, creating just the right amount of warmth. You can smell the trees around you. Maybe even hear the sounds of nature tucking in for the evening. Some creatures and then other creatures waking up for the night. Can you feel the other yogis around you practicing? Just a few more breaths. And when you're ready, unwind. Lengthen your legs back out, and if you'd like, take that forward fold once more. Roll it back up and we'll come all the way down to lying on our backs. Okay, so first, I invite you to think about something, anything that brings you joy. It can be a big thing, like a travel adventure you have coming up or that was in the past. It could be a person that you love. It could be something you like to do, like running or watching movies. Or it could be just something wonderfully simple, like a cup of tea. And distill that thing down to one word. So now we are going to straighten our arms and just kind of pick up your butt and drop it back down so you have a little bit of support cradling from your arms. Feet reach to the sky. So maybe you know where we're going here. We are going to do an exercise for the core and spell out that word. So press your low back down into the floor and then use your feet to imagine drawing that word on the wall. So for me, I'm growing some tomato plants this year. I'm gonna draw the word tomato. And don't worry if you picked a long word. We're gonna do this for a set amount of time. So everyone's gonna do it the same length of time. If you chose a short word, then you can just keep doing it over and again. It's really hard to talk and spell at the same time, by the way. So I'm just gonna focus on tomato here, and you guys can focus on whatever word you chose. And no worries if your knees are a little bit bent. All right, time for just a couple more letters. Really go for it. We'll stretch the tops of the legs in a minute. All right, and drop your feet down. Spread them as wide as your mat or wider. And we'll take some windshield wipers here. Knees to the left, press the hips forward. And other side. And then just go back and forth at your own pace a couple more times. Come back to center. We'll take a rocking figure 4. Cross right ankle over left thigh. And if you have this space, you can bring the leg a little closer. You can reach for your shin or the back of your leg. And from here, we're just gonna rock side to side. So we've already opened up the hips enough that hopefully this feels okay. But also, hey, no worries if not, just unwind a little bit if it does feel too tight. Come back to center, drop your left foot, right foot reaches to the sky, extend through your heel, and then slowly drop it back down, keeping your low back pressed into the mat. And we'll switch. Slide your right foot back, bend knee, cross cross left ankle over and figure 4 on the other side. And I just realized we have to do happy baby in this joyful yoga practice. I forgot to put it on my list. Come back to center. Drop your right foot. Left heel extends to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. And slowly lower, lengthening the whole way down. You might even feel your leg feels a little longer. And then slide that foot back. And like I said, gotta do happy baby here. Bend your knees, reach for the outside edge of your feet, and we'll even do some rocking. This one can make people laugh. And come back to center, bring the soles of your feet together to touch. Give your toes a hug here, a little warm up. A little gratitude to your feet for carrying you around throughout the day. When you're ready, you can release down. Take any final poses that feel good for you. I'll sit up so that I can speak clearly for this Savasana, but you rest however you like. And you're welcome to add a layer or put on some socks here. I certainly will. And we've got a longer Savasana tonight, so definitely take the time to grab a blanket or whatever you need to feel cozy. Once you find your resting pose, close your eyes. Allow your entire body to just rest down on the ground beneath you. Relax every inch, every cell of your body. The soles of your feet relaxing. Allow that relaxation to travel like a wave all the way up your leg. Both legs relaxing. Your hips and pelvis relaxing. Belly relaxing. Your chest relaxing. Shoulders and arms relax. Neck and throat relaxing. And your whole head relaxing. Let that wave of relaxation move from your forehead to the crown of your head, the back of your head, down the back of your neck, and all the way down your spine. Maybe picturing a drop of ink in water, your favorite color. Imagine that ink spreading and growing. Feel that in your body as relaxation moving, reaching every corner. take a moment to think about something that brings you joy. It could be a specific memory. It could be your same word from before, a person, or the sound of birds on a sunny day. Don't worry so much about the details, but see if you can feel that sense of joy that this memory creates. If you're not quite feeling it just yet, hey, that's okay. Sometimes just trying, or even taking a moment to pretend, can help shift into that joyful mindset. Feel this joy at the center of your heart. Maybe imagine it like that drop of ink, a colorful ball of light. Once you've dropped some ink in water, you can't take it back. You can't undo it. The colors will change. Allow this joy to be like that throughout your body, so that no matter what challenges come, no matter what disappointments, you sense that underneath is this lingering, ever-present joy. Allow this joy to grow throughout your body, illuminating the dark corners. Feel your body alive with joy. Feel your body radiating with joy. Take a moment to contemplate the possibility that joy is not just an effect of good circumstances, but that joy can be present. It can be something we create, even in the basic moments, the difficult moments, or the ho-hum moments. Tapping into this joy isn't about pushing aside other emotions or repressing other emotions. It's about allowing joyfulness to live side by side, even with those other challenging emotions. There's a great quote I came across by Gandhi in preparing for this class. Service which is rendered without joy helps neither the servant or the served. I invite you to think about if there's anywhere in your life where you are a servant, be it at work, with family or friends, in something you do around your house, anything at all. And ask yourself if there's not already joy in that action, if it would be possible to bring joy. Sometimes we leave joy behind when we are in conversation with a friend who's struggling. We leave joy behind when there are tragic moments on the news. We leave joy behind in the middle of a workday where we need to be focused. But joy can be side by side with all of those things. To finish, this quote by Gandhi: "Service which is rendered without joy helps neither the servant or the served, but all other pleasures pale into nothingness before service which is rendered in the spirit of joy." All pleasures pale into nothingness before service which is rendered in the spirit of joy. Joy isn't something that you need to earn. You deserve joy always. Take a moment to contemplate and to truly believe you are worthy of all of the joy in the universe. It can't be used up, it can only grow. The more joy you feel, the more you can spread it. And on the days where joy just doesn't seem possible, just know that you are not alone. On those days, may you find that spark of light in a flower blooming, in a friend, in a ray of sunshine. And may you know that joy is possible even on those days. And if you've had days, even if it's many days strung in a row with no joy, believe and know that there is nothing wrong with you. It is a difficult world. It is even normal to not feel joy. However, what we are doing here in this moment is taking time to focus on the pure mind, the present mind, so that joy can be possible. To remember that joy has always been possible, has always been within reach. take a moment to contemplate if there is something that brings you joy that you can add to your day tomorrow. It can be something small, like a walk around the block, taking photos of some flowers. Maybe first thing in the morning, smelling something you enjoy, an oil or your coffee beans, whatever it is, taking a few intentional breaths. Maybe calling someone that uplifts you. I invite you to think of just one thing and make a commitment to do this thing tomorrow. Let this be something you can look forward to. Take just a few more breaths to seal in your intention, to seal in any feelings of joy. As you're ready, you can begin to invite a deeper breath. You can wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms. And take your time rolling to one side and all the way to seated. Whenever you get there, bow your head to your heart, releasing your chin down to your chest. Take a gentle roll, right ear to right shoulder, and left ear to left. And back to center. Lift your chin to neutral. One last time, arms reach overhead. And palms meet at heart center. May your week be filled with joy. And if you need at any time, come back to this practice. Thank you for practicing with Matt and I today. Namaste. All right, have a great night, everyone, and a great week. I'll see you next Tuesday.